This video was created and brought to you by ManageMax. We manage condominiums, HOAs, manufactured housing and apartment communities throughout Southeast Michigan. We're a growing company, and maybe we'll get to your area soon if we're not there yet. We create these videos to share industry insights with current and prospective clients. There will be an opportunity to connect with us at the end, so stick around to the end of the video. Now let's dive in. Your community just paid $2,800 for an emergency plumbing repair that a resident could have handled by turning off a water valve. If you're a board member of a condominium, you're about to discover why most financial crises aren't caused by aging infrastructure. They're caused by unclear expectations. I'm going to share 3 critical management insights that separate communities that thrive financially from those that struggle with constant assessments and budget overruns. These aren't theoretical concepts, they're practical solutions that address the real challenges volunteer boards face when managing complex properties. First up, I'm going to go through the emergency response trap. Here's what's really driving your maintenance costs through the roof. Your community probably doesn't have clear definitions of what constitutes a true emergency. When residents call a small roof drip that could wait until morning an emergency, your management company has no choice but to respond. When someone demands immediate service for a plumbing issue they could handle by shutting off their basement water valve, you're paying emergency rates for routine problems. I've seen communities cut their emergency service costs by 60% simply by educating residents on basic troubleshooting and clearly defining emergency protocols. A true emergency threatens life, safety, or major property damage. Everything else can wait for regular business hours and competitive pricing. The problem isn't that management companies want to use expensive emergency contractors, it's that boards often haven't given them the authority to tell residents this can wait until tomorrow. When you treat residents like they can't handle basic adult responsibilities, you've essentially guaranteed that every minor issue becomes a major expense. Next up, let's talk about the misuse of reserve funds by boards of directors. The biggest threat to your reserve fund isn't unexpected repairs, it's unrealistic budgets that force you to raid reserves for everyday operational expenses. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If you're regularly using reserve funds to pay water bills, utility costs, or routine maintenance, your management company has failed to hold you accountable for financial responsibility. Quality management companies should be willing to lose clients rather than enable boards that refuse to create realistic budgets. I've watched communities spiral into financial crisis because their management company was afraid to have a tough conversation about raising assessments to cover actual operational costs. They let boards use reserves as a piggy bank for operational shortfalls, which is like using your retirement savings to pay monthly bills. A responsible management company will tell you when your budget doesn't reflect reality, even if it means difficult conversations about assessment increases. Because ultimately, when communities fail financially, the management company gets fired anyway, and everyone loses. Finally, let's talk about who's really running your board meetings and your condominium association. Board meetings shouldn't feel like you're being lectured to or kept in the dark, but they also shouldn't be run entirely by volunteers who don't do this for a living. The most effective communities create collaborative meeting agendas where the board sets priorities but taps into their management company's expertise about best practices and industry standards. Your management company should have input on the meeting content. They know what legal issues need attention, which financial trends require discussion, and what operational decisions are time sensitive. Remember, board members, you're volunteers managing complex properties worth millions of dollars. A quality management company should provide guidance, explain options clearly, and help you make informed decisions. They should never make you feel stupid for asking questions, but they should challenge you when you're about to make expensive mistakes. The goal isn't for your management company to run everything. It's for them to empower you, board of directors, to make smart decisions. Here's what to evaluate right now. Does your community have clear emergency protocols that residents understand? Is your management company willing to have tough conversations about realistic budgets? Do your meetings provide the guidance you need without talking down to you? If the answer to any of these questions is no, you've identified exactly where your hidden costs are coming from. If you found this perspective valuable, we invite you to connect with us. Facebook viewers, like our page and follow us for regular updates. Feel free to message us directly with your questions or community challenges. Instagram viewers, hit follow and feel free to DM us with your questions or community challenges. YouTube viewers, subscribe to our channel and check out the video description for helpful links. Visit our website to discover our thought leadership content, books, and resources that can transform your community management approach. Whether you're dealing with the challenges we discussed today or other community issues, we're here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.